Hello everyone. So thank you so much for joining this video again. So in this video we will discuss about the one of the most important topic, that is the list data type. So in the Python there are multiple data types are there, like integer, strings, list, dictionary, tuples. So but in this video we will discuss this list data type in the brief, right? List data type is basically contain the number of the different data type of the elements, and it's contained within a square bracket. So it can contain the integer, it can contain the string, it can contain the tuple, any data type. So basically it's a heterogeneous collection of the elements. So basically, a list is something which donate within a square brackets. If I'm going to print the data, it will print the data as a list. If I'm going to print the type is nothing but to know the data types of the variables. So this is nothing but a list data type. And if I know the location, memory location of the list variables, so that is nothing but this is the memory locations, right? So list we have discussed what is that, but suppose we have declared the list, we have the list of items, how we are going to be access the elements. So there are two type of way to access the elements. First is by using the index, second one is by using the slicing operators. So most of the times, depending on the requirements, we can access the data with the help of any of the way. First let's discuss about the index wise. So index is nothing but position. So if I'm going to be move from the left to right, in that case that is a positive indexing, right? So if I'm going to move from the left to right, it is a positive indexing. If I'm going to move from the right to left, that is a negative indexing. So always remember, if forward direction we are moving left to right, it will start from the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the indexes. If I'm going to move from the right to left, it is nothing but a negative index, and that is start with the -1, -1, -2, -3, like that, right? So index, if I'm talking about the this one, this will start from the 0 positive direction, but if I'm going to be check with the right side, it will be having the -1, -2, -3, and this is a -4. This is the -4 in the reverse direction, and it is a 0 in the forward direction, right? So index wise, these are the indexes. If I want to access the 0th index, we have to call the variable within a square bracket, and we have to pass the index. So this is nothing but a value of the 10, first 0th index. If I want to access the same element with the help of negative index, in that case we have to use the index value -4, right? This will be the index in the negative direction, and what will be the output will be the same, correct? So both way we can call this value. And now -1 is the last value in the right side. So this is nothing but a 40. So these are the way to access the data with the help of index. Now coming to the slicing operators. So slicing operator are same the concept. If I'm going to move from the left to right, it will be the positive indexing. If I'm going to the right to left, it is a negative indexing, right? But in the slicing operator, we can access the bunch of the data, means range of the data. Here index wise, if I'm accessing, we can access only the one element, but slicing operator, we can access the range of the elements. Range of the elements means we can access till this data, like range of the data, right? Even we can access the single element, we can access the multiple elements. So the syntax is list variable and then starting point, stop point, and steps. So the default value of start value is 0, and value is last index, and the step is by default the positive step, that is a 1, right? So if I'm going to be have this list, I want to access the data of n from 2 to 7 steps of 2, right? So 2 to 7 means this is a 0th index, this is the first index, this is the second index, right? So we are going to be read the data from 2 to till 7. 7 means 7th index, right? 2 to till 7th index. This is the highlighted one, which is the data. And how many steps? 2 steps, right? So we have mentioned these steps in the last. So this is a 2 step. 2 step means we have to access the data as 3, then jump into the 1 step 5, 1 step or more 7, right? 2 steps. So we have to skip the next element 3, 5, 7, right? We have to jump to 2 steps. If I am going to access the data from fourth index to till last, if we are not going to mention any of the index, any of the value in the second column, that will means that last item, right? So 4 to till last. So this is the 0th index, this is the first, second, third, fourth, right? So we are going to be access this data till the last element. This is the range. And what is the step? 2 steps, right? So the range is this one, and step is 2 2. So it will be access the data as a 4, right? And then 6, and then 2 2 step means then 9, like that. It will jump one by one, right? Similarly for this one, if I'm going to access the third index to till 7th index, right? So third index means 0 1 2 3. Third index is this one, right? 4. And starting from this one till the seventh index, so it will be like 4 7, right? So this is the range. And what is the default? We do not have mentioned anything in the steps. That means the default is 1. So it will range from the 4 5 6 7. All the data is going to be printed here, right? Similarly, if I'm going to use the negative indexing, right, starting the 8th index to till second index, right? 8th index to till second index. And what will the steps? Negative. So in that case, 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? So it will start from here and negative indexing, so till 2, right? So we will go with the here, this is the range. This is the range which I have selected. And what is the step? 2 step negative. So we have going to move the 9, right? Then 7, then 5, like that, right? So this is the nothing but a 975. If I'm going to be mention any of the range which is the out of the range, means there is only 10 elements, right? But we have mentioned the 100, last index is 100. In that case, compiler will assume that you are accessing the entire data till last element, 4 to till last element. So fourth index is like 0 1 2 3 4, fourth index to till last element. So this will be the output, right? So this is nothing but a way to access the data with the help of slicing operators and with the help of index and what is the list. I hope you understand, right? Thank you so much for joining this video.